Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news now. Let's get into one of the most intriguing rumors circulating around the NFL right now. The potential blockbuster trade involving Roquan Smith. This isn't just some off-season chatter. It's a serious whisper that the Baltimore Ravens, sitting at 6-3 and with a cap hit of around $13 million, might be shipping out their star linebacker. And the team that's reportedly interested and could make a splash is none other than our Dallas Cowboys. That's right, the Cowboys are rumored to be eyeing Roquan Smith, and the buzz is that a deal could be on the horizon, possibly involving a 2026 second-round pick, all aimed at rebuilding their secondary and boosting their run defense. Now, this isn't just about adding another linebacker. It's about a strategic move that could redefine the Cowboys' defense for years to come. Smith, who's been one of the top linebackers in the league, would bring a level of leadership, athleticism, and playmaking that this Dallas defense desperately needs. He's a guy who can do it all, from stopping the run to covering tight ends and even rushing the passer when needed. His stats this season are impressive, especially considering the Ravens' struggles on defense at times. Over 7 games in 2025, Smith has racked up 43 solo tackles, 21 assists, and a total of 64 combined tackles, along with a handful of tackles for loss. He's a player who consistently hits hard, reads plays well, and gets to the ball carrier faster than most. What makes this move even more appealing for the Cowboys? Well, Smith's profile fits perfectly with what Dallas needs to take their defense to the next level. His career stats are quite remarkable, over 850 tackles, 20 sacks, and 9 interceptions. He's been voted to the Pro Bowl 5 times, and his PFF grade is sitting at an impressive 88. 7. His tackling rate is high, at about 81%, and he's proven to be a reliable presence on the field. In 2024, he played just 7 games due to injuries, which are a concern, but his overall health record is solid. And his 2025 season has started with a low injury impact, just 2 games missed so far. From a strategic standpoint, the Ravens are making this move for a few key reasons. They're trying to clear cap space, around $14 million, to give Lamar Jackson the extension he deserves, which could be a massive deal valued at around $250 million. Meanwhile, Baltimore has been focusing on their pass rush, especially at the edge position, but they've been giving up about 24 points per game, which isn't sustainable. So it's a classic rebuild move for the Ravens, freeing up cap and assets to focus on future success. For the Cowboys, this is more than just a trade rumor. It's about filling a crucial gap in their defense. They've been solid overall, but have lacked that elite, game-changing linebacker to anchor the middle of the field. Roquan's arrival would be a game-changer, especially considering how much he can improve their run-stopping ability. Currently, the Cowboys are allowing about 8 points per game, and with Smith, that number could drop significantly, perhaps down to around 19 points per game. That's a massive boost, especially when you consider how Dallas's defense has been the backbone of their success this season. Adding Smith would elevate the Cowboys' defense to a top 10 unit, a real boost for a team that already has a strong front led by Micah Parsons, who's been a force with 5 sacks this year. Parsons is an absolute game wrecker, but pairing him with a linebacker like Smith would create a nightmare scenario for opposing offenses. Smith's presence would allow Parsons to focus more on rushing the passer, knowing that the middle of the field is well covered, and it would give Dallas a much-needed boost in run defense, especially against NFC East rivals who love to pound the ball. Statistics back this up. Roquan Smith's tackle average per game is around 9.1, which is elite in today's NFL. His ability to read plays, shed blocks, and make tackles in the open field is exactly what Dallas needs to contain the NFC East's ground games. Think about the upcoming games against Washington, Philadelphia, and New York. Having a linebacker of Smith's caliber would be a game-changer, allowing Dallas to shut down those potent rushing attacks that have tormented them in the past. And let's not forget about the intangible impact. Smith's leadership qualities are top-notch. He's a player who's been recognized for his football IQ, work ethic, and ability to rally teammates. His experience and presence in the locker room could be exactly what the Cowboys' defense needs to mature and perform at a championship level. Plus, his pedigree, five-time Pro Bowler and a proven performer in high-pressure situations, makes him a perfect fit for Dallas's playoff ambitions. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this move could also significantly impact the Cowboys' Super Bowl chances. If they manage to bring in a player like Smith, it would send a clear message that they're all in for a deep playoff run. His ability to make game-changing plays in the playoffs, much like he did against the Texans in 2024 with 15 tackles, a forced fumble, and a touchdown, could be the difference between an early exit and a deep, potentially championship-winning run. His presence could boost Dallas's odds to win the NFC from around 25% to a staggering 50%, giving them a real shot at finally breaking through and hoisting Lombardi Trophy number 6. Of course, all of this hinges on the trade actually happening, and there are still questions to be answered about how the Ravens value Smith, what kind of compensation Dallas would be willing to send, and how quickly the deal could be finalized. But if the rumors are true, this would be one of the biggest moves of the season, and it could reshape the NFC landscape. Dallas has been building steadily, and with a move like this, they'd be cementing themselves as genuine contenders, especially with Parsons, Diggs, and now potentially Roquan Smith anchoring that defense. In terms of the season so far, the Cowboys have shown flashes of brilliance but also some inconsistency, particularly on offense. Dak Prescott has been solid, but they've struggled at times to put points on the board against tougher defenses. However, their defense has kept them competitive, and adding a player like Smith could turn the tide, especially in playoff situations where every stop matters. The NFC East is as competitive as ever, with teams like the Eagles and Giants pushing hard, but Dallas's improved defense could be the deciding factor in clinching the division and making a deep postseason run. So what does this mean for the Cowboys' future? It's all about stacking the deck, about making smart moves to elevate the team's chances. Roquan Smith isn't just a stopgap. He's a game changer, a dynamic linebacker who can shift the momentum in Dallas's favor in critical moments. His ability to cover, tackle, and lead fits perfectly with the Cowboys' blueprint for success. And if this trade happens, it'll send a loud message to the rest of the league: Dallas is here, and they're serious about competing for another Super Bowl. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, fans are naturally buzzing with excitement. The idea of seeing Roquan Smith in that silver and blue roaming the field with Micah Parsons is enough to give any Cowboys supporter chills. It's a move that could define this franchise's season, a true statement of intent. The front office has been strategic this year, focusing on bolstering the defense and making sure they're ready for the playoff grind. Bringing in a player of Smith's caliber would be the ultimate feather in their cap, a move that signals they're not just playoffs bound, but aiming for the Lombardi. And let's keep in mind the history of Dallas defenses in recent years. They've often been the key to their success, especially when the offense has struggled at times. But with the addition of Smith, they could elevate their game to a whole new level, turning their defense into one of the league's most feared units. It's about creating that identity, that relentless, physical, ball-hawking squad that can dominate in January and beyond. The Cowboys have the talent on offense, but with a defense that's fortified with Smith, they could become a true powerhouse. Of course, every move comes with risks. Injury concerns for Smith are real. He's only played 7 games in 2025 due to injuries, and that's something Dallas would have to evaluate carefully. But his track record suggests he's a durable, high-impact player who can make plays when it counts. The Cowboys' coaching staff, especially Dan Quinn, would surely be excited about the prospect of integrating such a dynamic linebacker into their scheme, knowing that his leadership and athleticism could be the difference-maker in tight games. When we think about the playoff picture, this potential trade adds another layer of intrigue. The NFC is wide open, with teams like the Eagles, 49ers, and Lions all vying for supremacy. But Dallas's defense, with the addition of Roquan Smith, could be the X-factor that tips the scales in their favor. His ability to make game-changing plays, especially in high-pressure moments, could elevate Dallas from a good team to a legitimate Super Bowl contender. And with Parsons rushing the quarterback, Diggs locking down the secondary, and now Smith anchoring the middle, the Cowboys might just have the perfect formula for postseason success. As fans, we're always looking ahead, dreaming of that ultimate goal, another Super Bowl victory. The path is never easy, but moves like this could be just what Dallas needs to push through the final hurdles. The season's not over yet, and if this trade comes to fruition, it could be the move that shifts the entire landscape of the NFC. For now, we wait and watch, but one thing is certain. The Cowboys are making bold moves, and the potential acquisition of Roquan Smith could be the start of something truly special. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.